Test, test, test. Check, 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 check. Testing 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Are we sounding okay out there? Give us a thumbs up if you can hear us. Chickadee, 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 check, check. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. We are live once again downtown at the 70th Annual West Virginia Black Walnut Festival. We took a little bit of a hiatus after the 10:30 set. I hope everyone had a chance to go view our live on Facebook. We did a mobile live where we walked around to all of the food vendors to show you all who is here this year and where they are set up. Took a quick look over at the carnival that is going to be open this evening from 6 p.m. to 10 p.m. and then again tomorrow, a couple times tomorrow, Friday, Saturday, and then one more time on Sunday. And then we took our own little break to get ourselves some festival food right away. We both decided that since we are adventurous human beings that we would try Black Walnut Festival sushi for the first time. And that did not disappoint whatsoever.
It was great.
Yeah, the Hotori Hibachi. Hinobe, sorry. What did I say? Hitori? Yeah, don't listen to me. Yes. The Hinode Hibachi truck brought the heat. They brought sushi, and we had fresh sushi, and it was awesome. I also was able to get some smoked mac and cheese with a little bit of pork on top from Getting Piggy with It 304. Jason Miles Bennett helping us out. And we were going to go get some ice cream, but after all the food we just ate, we did not have enough room. So we decided not to get ice cream just yet. And we do appreciate everyone for tuning in. We'd like to know, what is your favorite festival food? Now, some people have not been down this year and tried any of the new stuff just yet. But traditionally, let's just say, what is your favorite festival food? And then a second question is, do you have a schedule of where you go to hit certain food trucks at the festival every single year? I used to have a set schedule before the Chinese truck was no longer here, and now it is here, but I also am not going to eat that just yet. I'm going to wait until tomorrow to work on the Chinese food, and then I'll do some other things as well. Of course, there's some new places now. I've got to make sure I hit up Bayou Classics. They are tremendous. If you haven't tried an armadillo egg, what an armadillo egg is, let me just go ahead and let the secret out. An armadillo egg is a cream cheese stuffed jalapeno wrapped in sausage and then wrapped in bacon and smoked on a smoker or baked, however you wish to do it, and then slathered with barbecue sauce. Yeah, that is a thing. So they have those over at Bayou Classics. They've also got their jambalaya, which is fantastic, their gumbo. They've got all sorts of great stuff there, as does everybody else in many places. Okay, so the question we had this morning was, where are the caramel apples? And they're going to be here tomorrow. So that is the issue. They're going to be around the courthouse tomorrow. We did think that maybe they just weren't here yet, and that is the issue. They just weren't here yet. They will be here tomorrow. We welcome you all back. We took a little bit of a break, and we're talking food, obviously. That's the main thing today. There are some other things happening today for day one of the festival. Some of the things we want to talk about that are taking place here this Wednesday. Just a few things. Like I said, the festival food court is open. They'll be open from 11 a.m. They got started this morning, and they'll be open until 9 p.m. this evening, so you got plenty of time to get your fix if you would like. Also, at 1 p.m. to 3 p.m. at the old Spencer Middle School building, they're doing judging for the Ag, 4-H, and FFA exhibits. The pickleball tournament, the first ever Patch 21 City of Spencer West Virginia Black Walnut Festival pickleball tournament, will be held today. That will take place over at Washington Park. Warm-ups begin at the tournament at 4:30, and the tournament begins at 5:30 p.m. And I don't know at this point if they're taking more teams. Maybe they are. They usually are able to fit some people in very quickly. And then, of course, this evening, 6 p.m. to 10 p.m., the carnival will be open. And, of course, we stopped by there this morning. They were opening up a bunch of the tents, and they had already finished connecting and putting together all of the rides. They were just getting all of the game places and the tents opened up, and they do have a couple of food options over there as well. They've got all the deep-fried treats over at the carnival area, the deep-fried Oreos, Nutter Butters. What else did they have? I don't remember. They had deep-fried everything.
Yes,
so,
Twinkies.
Yeah, they had Twinkies, that's right. Deep-fried everything, and that's open from 6 p.m. to 10 p.m. tonight. On top of that, we are going to be heading out of here at 4 o'clock. We are going to be heading over to County Stadium, and the West Virginia Black Walnut Festival each year tried to have a Black Walnut Bowl. That had kind of gone by the wayside due to scheduling conflicts in past years. I know Coach Paul Burdett and his staff would prefer what's happening this year, and that is for their team to be off this whole week in order for some of the FFA members who are going to be over at the barn all week showing and doing all that stuff, and a lot of options for the kids to get away and go hang out with their families during the festival and not have to worry about prepping for a football game on Friday night and missing a lot of the festival. So they're off. So what has happened is every single year now we have had the Future Black Walnut or the Future Raider Bowl during Black Walnut Festival. That is the middle school bowl between Spencer and Walton, and that will take place tonight out at County Stadium. That will start at 6:30 p.m. WVRC will be there with pregame coverage at 6 p.m., and we'll get started on our live streams and on the radio at 6:30 for play-by-play action of the Future Raiders Bowl featuring Spencer and Walton. So that is basically what is on the docket for the rest of the day today. A lot of people asking about tomorrow, so let's go ahead and preview Thursday, and it gets started right out off the bat, 7 to 9 a.m. tomorrow down at the Armory. That is when they are going to allow the flea market vendors to go ahead and get themselves set up. And, of course, right at 9 o'clock, that's when the flea market is going to open, and that'll be open all day tomorrow. That is from 9 a.m. through 7 p.m. Of course, 9 a.m. to 6 p.m., a lot of the exhibits are going to be open. At Heritage Park, you've got the quilt and flower show exhibits that are going to be open. Over at the old Spencer Middle School building, you're going to have the exhibits for the Ag, 4-H, and FFA. The art and photography show exhibits are going to be laid out as well. The craft show is going on tomorrow from 9 to 7 over at the Armory. The David Davis one-room school pictures, those are over at the Armory as well. Tomorrow from 9:30 a.m. to 10:30 a.m., they are accepting entries for the Black Walnut Festival Bake Off. Now, that takes place again this year at Backwood Ramblings on Main Street. That is right across from the courthouse. So if you have an entry, they're doing, I believe, candy, they're doing cakes and cookies, and then they're also doing breads for the bake-off. So if you have an entry, you need to get it in between 9:30 and 10:30 a.m. They're going to be doing judging for that at 1 p.m. tomorrow. The information booth that is located directly to the left of us will be open from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. tomorrow, and that's where you can find not only information about the Walnut Festival. Of course, they'll give you directions to any of the things that you want to do, but they are where you're going to get official Black Walnut Festival merchandise, shirts, t-shirts, hats, hoodies. They've got the flags, and of course, they have the Fiesta collectible mugs. And I can't remember what the color is called this year. I'll have to ask them again. They always have interesting names for the colors. It's not just purple, pink, yellow, and green. There's something crazy about it. Okay, anyways. Also, they're going to be doing the Black Walnut Sweepstakes judging tomorrow at 10 a.m. at the Old Spencer Middle School building as well. The Chainsaw Artists, Mason-Dixon boys, will be going at it from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. tomorrow. Stop down at the Armory and see some of the items they have brought that they've already done. They'll be doing exhibitions of how they do their chainsaw art, and you can talk with them if you're looking to pre-order something personal, and they can take orders for that as well. At 11 a.m. tomorrow, all the way out at the Livestock Barn at Roane County High School, the 4-H FFA and Livestock Show is going to be going on. The food court once again opens tomorrow from 11 a.m. to 9 p.m. The bake-off results at Backwood Ramblings will be open at 1 p.m. You can stop by there and see all the winners and maybe buy yourself something as well. Here's something that's going on tomorrow that a lot of people are going to be excited about. That is Grandpa Cratchit. 3 shows tomorrow, and again, they won't be just tomorrow, but 3 shows tomorrow, 1 p.m., 3 p.m., and 5 p.m., and that's right beside us to the right on the courthouse square as well. They've also got one-room school tours down at Heritage Park. That's from 1 p.m. to 4 p.m. The carnival is open twice tomorrow. First off, the afternoon session is 1 p.m. to 5 p.m., and then the evening session, 6 p.m. to close. And again, we wanted to talk about that. Right now, they are pre-selling passes that you can cash in for armbands. They're doing that right now at the City Building, so if you want to go ahead and get your passes, you can get them for any of the sessions that you want to go to, just $18. Also, one thing they're doing Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, and this is something special that the Cicchetti family decided to do to try to help out people around here. If you go to the carnival, any of the afternoon sessions, Thursday, Friday, or Saturday, that means the 1 to 5 sessions, and you are planning on coming back in the evening session, leave your armband on. Leave it on your wrist. If you come back in the evening session, show your armband, and you can get a new pass for just $10. Trying to help out families, give them a little bit of a financial break. So that's a big deal as well. At 6 p.m., the big deal is directly up the road from us here on Church Street. The main stage will house the Queen's Coronation at 6 p.m., and that will go from 6 p.m. to about 6:45, and then they'll do sound check and live music starting tomorrow at 7, and that is Captured. And Captured is the Journey Tribute Band. If anybody knows me well, they know that I am going to be side stage screaming at the top of my lungs as if I were Steve Perry himself. It may not sound quite as good, but I'm going to be singing it up, I'll tell you what. That is what is on tap for Thursday. That is tomorrow at the Black Walnut Festival. Again, those of you who are out there watching, we do invite you to ask any questions you would like. If you have any questions about what is happening, where it's happening, and when it is happening, I have all the information pulled up right now on my computer, and I can give you that information as quickly as you can ask the questions for us here at WVRC. Coming up here at about 2 o'clock, we do have another sponsor available. Polka Valley Bank will be our sponsor at 2 o'clock for all of our content, not only here live at the Walnut Festival up at the studio. So all the radio, all the music, all the updates sponsored by Poca Valley Bank. We do have some representatives from Poca Valley Bank. We'll come over here and we'll be discussing just how great that bank is and how community involved they truly are. And we're looking forward to talking with them. After that, we will have the Raider Wrestling Boosters. I believe our good buddy John Penna is going to come over and talk about what they are doing as well. They've got a lot of things going on here for the festival. We do have some giveaways, by the way, folks. So if you're out there watching and you're planning on coming down, we have some hats to give away, some West Virginia Black Walnut Festival hats. We are going to have some shirts tomorrow to give away. Also, WVRC is going to have some items for sale at our booth. We have some can koozies we're going to be selling. We're going to have some T-shirts as well that we are going to be selling down here at our position, and we are centrally located. We are right at the corner of Court Street and Church Street, where we can see everything going on. We're directly diagonal across from the entrance to the city building. That's where we are hanging out for the afternoon and throughout the next 4.5 days here at the Black Walnut Festival. And I like what Jeremy Simmons is doing right now. He is laying out some JoJo's Taco stuff here. I like the way he does that. Oh, yeah, we're live, buddy. We're just just slowly missing your head. It's out of focus. Well, we're very excited that JoJo's Tacos is part of this festival. I know this has been a meteoric rise as far as food trucks are concerned. Just a couple of years ago, it was Joe Ellen and Mike Greenlee coming up to our Super Bowl party, and we did a taste testing of the ground beef that they were going to use in their tacos. We picked out apparently a really good brand of it and a very good version. But they came back last year and did the same thing with chicken. And now they've been voted Best of West Virginia 2023. And if you go here today, you're going to see they've got a Q card or Q code that you guys can go on and you can vote for them once again for 2024 Best of West Virginia. Not only that, they've been on Carnival Eats on the Food Network. I got a chance to watch that finally last week, and it's so cool to see that we got on that as well. And they've got a JoJo's Taco website. All these QR codes, man. I need to get into the QR code game. I'm so slow with that stuff. Yes, absolutely. David Snyder, JoJo's Tacos are the absolute best. Well, we got a lot of the best here for the food trucks. They've got a lot of variety, different types of items that don't double themselves up. So you just got to be very careful about how you navigate the next 5 days of gluttony. It's got to be very, very careful. I mean, we're going to go live here in just a second on the radio, so hang tight with us, folks, and we're going to check in on the radio side of things, continue to Carnival Bark this festival in just a minute. Yes, Jen. Yes, Nate. We would love to have you guys come down and hang out at our little booth here. I haven't talked to Nate since we were on top of the building for Bridge Watch. Now you guys can come down. I can actually meet Jen, and Nate can help us with Black Walnut Festival Watch. Well, George, I don't want to start bragging right away since you just got to the studio, but I'm going to start bragging anyway. I have already had some of the food here at the Black Walnut Festival. I've already had the smoked mac and cheese with a little bit of pork, pulled pork on top of it, and some hot sauce from Getting Piggy with a 304. And here's something that we had that I never knew could be happening in Spencer, West Virginia for a Walnut Festival. Sushi. We just had festival sushi. Now, I've heard of and had gas station sushi before. Festival sushi is a lot different. It is really, really, really good. I just never thought we'd see it here, but we happen to have Hinode Hibachi here, and not only do they have a lot of hibachi food, they brought the ability to make fresh rolls of sushi, so we appreciate them stopping down. We've got a lot of stuff going on over the next few days. Of course, today is more or less the startup of the diesel engine that is the 70th annual West Virginia Black Walnut Festival. It's going to take a while for it to warm up, but then tomorrow, Friday, and Saturday, things are going to be going crazy here in downtown Spencer. Although, when we were walking around doing our live to show off all the food booths, we found out that there are a lot of people here. And I mean a lot of people here who came out for lunch already. So that's a good sign that we already have a lot of people out enjoying it. One thing that you can never control with a live event, especially a 5-day outdoor live event, is the weather. We have been following the weather here in Spencer throughout the week leading up, and it is going to be nothing but gorgeous. 75 and below, no humidity in sight, no clouds in the sky, just beautiful breezy weather for this 5-day event, and it couldn't come at a better time for the 70th annual West Virginia Black Walnut Festival. We are enjoying ourselves down here. Some things that you may be wanting to know, those of you driving around in your vehicles listening, or if you're at home tuning in, a few things to think about today. Of course, the food vendors are going to be open today until 9 p.m., and the carnival opens this evening at 6 p.m., 6 to 10. If you are looking for passes, you can go ahead and go to the city building today, and they are selling prepaid passes that you can cash in for any of the sessions. But if you're wanting to come tonight, you can go ahead and get your prepaid passes tonight for $18 at the city building. And again, Cicchetti Amusements is doing something really neat this year. If you come to any of the other sessions, Thursday, Friday, or Saturday, if you go to the evening session, if you go to the afternoon session of the carnival tomorrow, Friday, or Saturday, and you are planning to come back again that evening for the evening session, keep your armband on, keep it intact, and you'll show that when you come into the evening session, and you can get your pass for the evening session for only $10. That's something that they are doing to try to help save families money here this year for the 70th Walnut Festival. So many things going on. Obviously, we will be here only until 4 o'clock today because we are heading out to County Stadium tonight, and we are going to be covering the future Raider Bowl for the Black Walnut Festival. That is Spencer Middle School and Walton Middle School in football action at 6:30 p.m. We will be on the air with pregame coverage for that event at 6 o'clock p.m. on the radio and on all of our streaming accesses as well. Tomorrow, things get going bright and early, folks. There's a whole lot of things going on. If you'd like to know the official schedule of events, there's a few ways you can do it. You can follow us and watch our live stream that we are on right now on Facebook, on YouTube, on TikTok. You can go to Facebook and go to the West Virginia Black Walnut Festival site. They have a lot of great information as well. Or you can go directly to the Black Walnut Festival's website at wvblackwalnutfestival.org. They have an entire list of events, of things that are happening, of all the sponsors that they have here, and all the contacts that you will need to enjoy this wonderful 70th Black Walnut Festival in Spencer, West Virginia. I'm going to send it back up to the studio to George, and when we return, we will continue to enjoy this first day at the 70th Black Walnut Festival. Well, we won't be around late tonight, Jed and Nate. We will be out of here by 4 only because we are going to be covering the football game, the middle school football game. Tomorrow, though, we will be here until 7 p.m., right where we're sitting, because we are going to cover the Queen's coronation at 6 p.m. And once we cover the Queen's coronation at 6 p.m. until about 6:45, and then you're going to have the Journey tribute band. So if you guys want to come down and listen to a good tribute band, if you like Journey, I don't know. I'm a huge Journey fan. I'm going to be screaming at the top of my lungs for a little while. Probably going to sound pretty awful, like, I don't know, maybe like a bunch of cats dying or something like that. But I tell you what, it's going to be fun no matter what. And then, again, we will be here throughout the day up through Saturday, and then on Sunday morning I'll be back bright and early down at the Heritage Park Community Building to cover the Black Walnut Festival Nut Run race as well. But we do invite you guys to come down and enjoy yourselves at the 70th Annual West Virginia Black Walnut Festival. Right now, food court is open, so if you're hungry, make your way over there, and good luck picking just one thing to eat. Swolby, my good buddy who's here with me, decided that he was going to go get pumpkin ice cream and didn't bring me one, so he's officially going to be fired after this live is over while I walk over and get my own pumpkin ice cream. Oh, and he says it's very good. I'm sure it is. Hold on with us for a second, folks. We are going to break away and just chill with us. You have any questions, again, we have all the information you need about what is happening, where it is happening here, and when, what day, what time. Whatever you guys may need, we have the information for you here on WVRC. Check, check, check. Can you guys all hear me? Okay. So, voice, and voice. And I shall adjust depending on who's loud and who is not loud. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a change in schedule. I like changes. I like things keeping it fresh here on this Wednesday. First day of the West Virginia Black Walnut Festival. I should say the 70th annual West Virginia Black Walnut Festival. We like big round numbers here. And so you always want to go big on the zeros and the fives of festivals, and the 0 of 70 is going to be an awesome one. We talked to the people who are organizing this event, and they said they want to go big. They have brought everything here that you always enjoyed. One of the things that we were worried about here is the ox roast sandwiches that went away last year. That was a highly disappointing thing for a lot of people who like to eat, especially people who like to eat the ox roast. That's back this year. Friday and Saturday, they're going to be selling ox roast sandwiches down at Heritage Park. 1 p.m. to 5 p.m. on Friday. They're going to be selling them before the Festival Grand Parade on Saturday from 9 to noon. They're also, if they have enough available, they're going to take them down the bypass and sell them to people who are sitting and getting ready for the Grand Parade as well. So lots of cool things happening there. The pancake breakfast is back. That is going to be happening on Friday and Saturday morning from 7 o'clock until 10 o'clock a.m. Just stone's throw from where we are sitting at the corner of Courthouse and Church Street. All the music getting started tomorrow evening for the festival. After the Queen's coronation, the Journey Tribute Band is going to be on. That is captured. And I tell you what, as a Journey fan myself and a Steve Perry fan myself, yeah, you're going to hear me singing. I don't care. It's going to be ugly, but it's going to sound good in my head. So a lot of things are going to be taking place. Speaking of numbers, we got a couple of numbers people here. I'm just going to float it over real quick. These are the representatives of our half hour of content on the radio station and on our live streams. These are the representatives from Poca Valley Bank. And I'm very happy to be joined by Becky Starcher, and I've already forgot. Oh, my gosh. Don't tell me. Randall Coleman and Jasmine D'Agostino. I got it right, finally. Sorry. I'm very bad with names, guys. I try to do that commit it to memory thing. And so you guys are representing Poca Valley Bank, and let me just say right away, I have my mortgage with you guys. I love you guys. I have a loan with you guys. I love you guys, not just because of what you guys do as a bank for people generally, but if you live in the Roane County area, now there's other communities that you guys serve, but if you live in the Roane County area and you don't know what Poca Valley Bank is about, then you are not out and about, because these are the people who sponsor everything. You guys are as heavily involved as any other bank I've ever seen in my life. You guys are constantly giving back to the communities in which you serve. And I don't know where that came from. Any of you can speak to this. Is where did that come from in the way that Poca Valley Bank wants to treat its customers and its communities that it serves?
Well, it really started in 1908 when the bank was founded in Walton, and we've kept that part of our culture and part of the mission of the bank from since that time. It really comes from our leadership, from the board of directors to our president and CEO, Linda Ashley. It's really ingrained in the bank's culture, and we make it a part of our everyday. Just today, we finished up our annual mum delivery. We bring out some of our employees and we go out and see all the local businesses right before the Black Walnut Festival and the day it kicks off, and we deliver mums and bags of goodies, and it's just a customer appreciation, just to tell them thank you, and we appreciate what they do for the community. And you know, small businesses are much like Poca Valley Bank. They're the ones that keep our communities running, and so really just it's part of who we are and what we do every day.
We're talking to the COO, by the way, of the company, Chief Operating Officer, and Randall Coleman. Those are the smaller things that you guys do. Becky, I'll bring you in, obviously. All you got to do is be a parent of some kid who is in the school system, and you see the Poca Valley mark. You can see it on the castle floor at Roane County High School. You can see it at Walton. You can see it many places.
Yeah, we try to give back to all the schools. Roane County has a disadvantage in not having the large businesses that some of our other branches have, so you know, we try to feed back into Roane County all that we can.
Well, you fed plenty. Back in fact, I was talking with Becky, and she was like, "Hey, how much do those safe helmets cost? The helmets outside of the helmets." She's like, I don't know. I may have asked for enough already. Who knows?
I may have met my quota.
May have met my quota for the year. Jasmine, you are relatively new to Poca Valley Bank. Not new to banking whatsoever.
Correct.
But you have made an effort to come to Poca Valley Bank, and obviously you're very happy with the decision that you've made to be a part of this company as well.
Yeah, absolutely. Just the community feel. I love to be involved. Everybody knows that. And just the welcoming that I received at Poca Valley Bank, getting to be involved in the community and all aspects of the community. It's very heartwarming, the community feel that Poca Valley Bank has.
Well, and like I said, the reason you guys have that feel is because of what you do outside of the world of banking. Well, let's talk about the world of banking, though. And, Randall, when we first got ready to come on here, we were talking, what do we want to talk about when it comes to a bank? It's not always the most exciting thing you can think of, but right now, there's something very exciting happening within the financial world when it comes to rates. And so I'll let you guys talk about what's happening right now with Poca Valley and the rates that you guys have.
Well, you mentioned you have your mortgage with Poca Valley Bank, and our mortgage group is really the heart and soul of the bank. For a lot of people, their mortgage and their home purchase is the largest financial transaction they will do in their lifetimes. And whether it is or it isn't, your home is certainly the center of your family, and the most important part of a lot of families is their home. It's how they provide for their families, and we take great pride and place a lot of importance on making sure that experience is not only as pleasant and as quick and as fast as it can be, but also to make sure that we have all of the products, from construction loans to rehab to traditional and conventional mortgages. We do manufactured housing. We do, in Roane County, a lot of people have large acreage, large tracts of land that, don't necessarily conform to a lot of the secondary market products, but we have in-house products that we specialize in making sure that we accommodate and meet all of our customers' needs. In the last 60 to 90 days, we've seen, quite a significant drop in rates. And that's preceding the Fed's decision last month to lower rates 50 basis points, and some of the forecasts are expecting continued declines. So we are actually at the highest level in our mortgage production since early 2023. So we've seen a large increase in both refis and purchases and new construction. So that's really encouraging. Unlike a lot of other mortgage companies and maybe even some traditional finance, we kept our staff in place, as you mentioned earlier, and we talked about we have a large commitment not only to our communities but also to our banking, and providing that stability across every part of our organization is important. So we didn't have to be prepared or start preparing for this uptick in the industry. We specialize in it, and so we have the staff in place and have had, and so we're able to take that increased demand and push it out the door and make sure that our customers' applications are getting timely processed, and so we've just seen a huge increase really in the last 60 days, and it looks like the new applications are going to continue moving that way for the foreseeable future, as rates are projected to continue to decrease over the next 12 to 18 months.
Well, one thing I've noticed in West Virginia, I'm sure, of course, all of you may have. It's maybe not statistical data, but just kind of a feel that I have is people are coming to rural West Virginia.
They are.
People are moving away from big cities by the dozens sometimes, it seems. And one thing we are blessed with here in Roane County and in West Virginia is land. And as you mentioned, people wanting to move out of the big city life, maybe come to a little smaller, a little slower paced area. There's a lot of good land here. There's good homes here that are very, very affordable from where people are coming from. And you guys were on top of that, and you were on top of this 60 days ago, obviously, with the rates that are coming down. You mentioned the feel that you guys have as a hometown bank. One thing that I know is, in this world, in this day and age, small gets bought out. Small gets bought out, always. Somehow, some way, you guys have expanded your banking system to multiple locations, still in the West Virginia area, but you have stayed Poca Valley Bank, and the people that I see in the bank are the people that I see at the sporting events afterwards, here at the Black Walnut Festival. How important is it to have that local connection that you guys have with each of the facilities. You guys are in Elkview and Sissonville and Charleston and again Walton, the original, and here in Spencer. How important is it for you all to know the people that you work with daily as far as that's concerned?
That's part of the reason I love the family at Poca Valley Bank. We invest in the community, we invest in our job, and it's able to show that we get the time to go and enjoy our kids' sporting events and things like that. And it's a great feel as far as our employees, and that's at all of our branches. And that comes from the top down, that we encourage our employees to let us know what they're interested in, what clubs they're in, so that we can invest in the community in the right ways. So what might be fitting for Roane County might be different for Kanawha County, but we use those resources in our Kanawha County branches to do the same thing. And it's as we get to see our internal emails and all of our internal things like that, and we post a lot on social media to try to show we're in all of the communities. And it's just as heartwarming to see what they're doing out in Winfield versus what we're doing here in Roane County. And it's real. It's a true thing that we're doing at Poca Valley Bank as far as community goes.
And it does show the connection to each community that the bank is in and
Yes.
that the bank serves. Becky, you've been at this for quite a while now in your life, and you started very fresh, and now you have made your way to a certain level within this company. You are now the underwriter here. Is that for Spencer, or is that for multiple locations?
That's all locations.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So right out of that little building in town. All right, okay.
Yeah.
Or do you have multiple places where you have to be?
Sometimes, but most of the time I'm in Walton.
So you've seen the progression of this bank from
Yeah.
your start until now.
I've been in mortgage 7 years, and in the 7 years, we've grown staff-wise, to be able to accommodate all the loans that we take on.
I tell you.
Yeah, I can
have
see
a
the
good,
growth.
I have a good mortgage out of that.
Yeah. I just recently was able to attend a conference from our core processor, and I walked into their lab of all of their products, and I couldn't have walked out any prouder than anybody else, because I think when I checked in, I've never met anybody from West Virginia, and then they look at my name tag and they're like, oh, you're from West Virginia. I feel like they feel sorry for me. I'm like, yeah, I'm from West Virginia. And I walked into their experience lab, and I can tell you, out of the products that were banking products, we had the majority of them. We are technology high, and it was so rewarding for me to see the products that I'm using every day. There are big banks out there, guys, that don't have these products in place. Our treasury department, our real-time payments, things like that there's banks that haven't even begin to skim the surface, whether it be locally or nationally, that I found out. And I'm thinking, wow, we have these products and we have them down straight. It was so, I was proud to be part of the family at that point.
Well, I think about that with the administrative part of this, with you guys and with Linda. How does that happen? How do you guys approach that when it comes to technology, software, always improving what you guys have? Where does that come from for you guys as far as finding that stuff?
Well, for us, it's technology. It's something that we've embraced for many years. To be honest, it's the great equalizer. Being a community bank, we just topped $600 million in total assets, and which is a huge milestone for us. We started, as I said, in 1908 in Walton. When I started with the bank in 2012. We were about $260 million in total assets. So
wow.
In the last 10 plus years, we've more than doubled, and a lot of that's been.
Did you ask for a raise for that, by the way?
I think Linda might be listening, so we'll put in a
She
plug.
probably is.
But technology really has been embraced by, again, we talked earlier about the bank's culture and its commitment to the community and to our employees. But technology is the same reason. Our board and with Linda's leadership has really embraced technology. It allows us to compete in an equal playing field with institutions that are much bigger than us. So in a lot of ways with Poca Valley Bank, you get the best of both worlds. And really back to what we were originally talking about with our mortgage group, in a lot of ways a mortgage loan is a mortgage loan. It's hard to differentiate yourself. At the end of the day, you're making a monthly payment to someone. But what really makes us different is, we compete on the front end with a variety of products. Obviously price and fees are part of the consideration, but our mortgage group is a lot like our treasury group, as Jasmine mentioned, and really most of the other groups within our bank. We can deliver that customer's service and product and service to them with the same technology, if not better, than any of our competitors or any of the quote-unquote big banks throughout the country. And really, it's been a commitment by our board and with Linda's leadership throughout the past decade plus to investing in technology and people. And as a $600 million bank, I can honestly sit here in front of you with complete confidence and tell you that if you bank at Poca Valley Bank, you're not going to be at a disadvantage. And quite honest, you have the ability to pick up the phone and get a hold of someone real who can who can help you, who can make a decision and can get things done when things don't go right. And that's life. Things don't always work out. Technology doesn't always happen as it should, but so when
you're preaching to the choir right now.
but when you're going through that mortgage loan and your realtor or your attorney or your insurance agent needs something, people like Becky are here every day to pick up the phone and help that customer.
Yeah.
In a lot of cases, that's a week waiting for someone at another institution to get back to you.
Yeah, I often find that I'm down at the Spencer branch more often than they would probably like to see me, personally and business related. I do have my business with Poca Valley Bank, and of course, as a customer, number one, I would shout you guys to the rooftop. It's how good and how comfortable I am with Poca Valley Bank, and I'm sure I speak for the masses of people who have not banked with you yet and then become customers, people who have been longtime customers. It's premier. It's number one in my book, and I tell you that. And I'm not just saying it because they're paying me this half hour. I'm serious. I do my banking there, and so that's the way it's got to be. Hold on just a second, guys. I'm going to try to go live on the radio, too. I don't want people to miss out, those of the people in the world who are driving around and they've got it tuned to WVRC 104.7 FM. A lot of people still do that around here. It's crazy. You'd think a small rural community radio station
WVRC
would be dying. It's not. Hey, Jorge, we're ready to go, bub.
All right. I just fired a song. We got about 2.5.
Good. It's a short song. I like that. Wait, what is it?
Huh?
What's the song?
Yeah.
Kelsey Ballerini and Noah Khan.
Ooh.
Cowboys Cry Too.
Hey, new top 40 song. I dig it. All right, I'll wait for you. Yeah, it's a really good song, by the way. Yeah, we'll go on the radio side, too. So those of you who are watching, just chill for just about 2.5 minutes, he said. And we'll talk a little bit more on the radio as well. Yeah. Trying to answer questions, too, while we're at it. Oh, it is a beautiful day for the Walnut Festival.
We couldn't get any more perfect for the 70th annual.
Yeah. We're usually blessed. We do this the first Wednesday of the Black Walnut Festival, our mum and candy delivery to the customers, and this is about as beautiful as it gets.
Yeah, we've been very I was watching it for a week and a half up till I was like, please keep the rain away. Rain's one thing, but the fact that it's going to be 75 and below and breezy and not humid at all, hope that keeps the
Yellow
Jackets down a little bit. You know it won't, but gosh, they've been really bad this year. Alrighty. Okay, yeah. So yeah, we'll switch gears when we go on live on the radio. I'm gonna ask you guys personally about the festival. Now I know the two of you are from here. Have you been to the festival much?
A couple years ago, I was able to make it. I have a young kid, so usually my weekends up until now have been occupied with their events, but they're getting older and out of school, so I have time to come back and enjoy these.
Just when you thought your events were over,
I have another one.
you have another one.
Not sure how that happened.
Yeah. Not sure how that stuff goes.
She did not get that approved.
No pre-approval. Okay, thank you. I need to talk to you.
He's busy.
I didn't ask you. Oh. You produce a good kid. Good-looking kid, at least.
What can I say?
Can you give me until 2 o'clock?
Yeah.
You're the man. I have a job for him.
Okay.
Since you all quit me.
I don't care to you anymore. It's sad. I'm so
You're still my favorite.
I better be.
Yeah. Thank you. I am with the folks from Poca Valley Bank. Well, I'm with some of the many folks from Poca Valley Bank. I tell you what, with how many branches is it real quick?
8.
8 branches. I'm with 3 of the employees, and I've got some higher ups here. I've got an underwriter, I've got a COO, and I've already forgotten Jasmine's title. Again,
VP of Operations.
VP of Operations. Man, I should know that. I'm with Jasmine D'Agostino, I'm with Randall Coleman, and I am with Becky Starcher from Poca Valley Bank. And they've been talking about some of the things that Poca Valley Bank is really excited about recently. One of the things they wanted to talk about was the fact that rates are going down. They saw this, you guys foresaw this 60 days maybe ago, and you're watching things happen at the levels above you guys, and so below you're able to go ahead and talk to people about providing better rates on mortgages, I'm going to let you guys say it again. I know we just talked about it on Facebook and YouTube, but I want people to know what's happening right now at Poca Valley Bank when it comes to rates on mortgages, manufactured housing, land, all the things you guys were talking about before.
One of the things that we've seen over the last 2 to 3 months is a dramatic increase in applications for both refis and purchases. We've seen rates drop pretty dramatically in anticipation of the Fed's dropping of rates, which was realized last month, 50 basis points reduction, and the expectations are for those to continue throughout the next 12 to 18 months. We're actually at our highest level in applications that we've seen since early 2023.
And that's a big deal for people who are moving into the areas with which the Poca Valley Bank members serve and the businesses that are around here. I tell you what, they do great things here. Randall was talking about just some of the things that they have improved upon and just how big it keeps growing. And one of the great things about it is Poca Valley Bank keeps growing. They keep expanding. I don't know if that's going to continue or whatever, but the expansion from 1908 until now and the places you guys serve, and I mentioned while we were on the air, Becky, it still is a small hometown community bank. No matter how many branches you guys get, you guys never get too big for your britches, right?
No, it's all about the connection. We try to connect with all of our customers, all of our mortgage applications. That's a big purchase for them, so you try to make it a special process.
Yeah, and it has been a special process. I went through it with you guys 9-10 years ago now, and I'm so happy that I did that. I'm so confident with where I am with that I decided to give you guys all my business. So that's very, very good as well. Again, that's what I love about Poca Valley Bank is the hometown feel no matter what. And again, as Randall said, that comes from the top. That comes from Linda Ashley. That comes from you. That comes from all the administrators who have said this is who we are, this is who we've been, this is who we will continue to be no matter what. Now, having said all that good stuff, let's talk to Jasmine D'Agostino about this when it comes to giving back to your communities. You're always giving of time, money, financial, anything that the communities need. If you go, as I mentioned, to the high school, you're going to see Poca Valley Bank on the floor at the castle. If you go out to Walton, you're going to see Poca Valley Bank. That's because you guys invest in your communities. One thing you've invested in again this year is the Black Walnut Festival. You guys are a main sponsor of the 70th annual. That's one thing that you guys continue to do for the communities that you guys serve, and that is an important thing for you guys to do. It's not always about the bottom line.
It is important. The members in our community, that's our customers. That's our heart and soul. So we want your kids to succeed. We want our businesses to succeed. And, we invest in that. And that, that's part of who we are, truly to the core.
Okay, now personally, now we got to get to the good stuff. Now, Randall has only been to a couple of these things, so I'll give him the benefit of the doubt if he can't answer all of these questions, all right? Number one, what is your favorite thing about the Black Walnut Festival year in and year out? And number 2, what's your favorite food?
Okay, my favorite thing, I think, is the core of the Black Walnut Festival, the heritage of it, the history of it. I enter flowers every year in the flower show. I enter anything I can in the canning show. I can't quilt or I'd enter that. I make sure I show up to all of the events. I want to see the queen crowned. I want to see the music. I want to see the kids at the carnival. Like, I like the heart of it. That brings people out every year.
Yeah.
Favorite food's a hard one.
I know. It's a loaded question. I apologize.
Okay, so I know every year, hands down, I'm going to get the Italian sausage.
DeRusso's Italian
Yes,
sausage, yep.
yes. So that's probably my favorite, along with the black walnut ice cream.
All right, I'm going to go to Becky so Randall can think about this a little bit longer. Becky, favorite thing at the festival and favorite food?
Probably the grand parade, either participating or watching either one. I enjoy both. The barn, the showmanship, watching the kids show their animals, take pride in that. I like that.
That's also very, very good. Now, the important part, the favorite food. Or do you have a favorite food?
I don't really have. Maybe the fried vegetables, the
Maybe
fried pickles.
maybe the fried.
There's no maybe for me.
How long have you lived in this community, Becky?
A long time.
How many festivals have you been to?
A lot.
And it's a maybe the fried vegetables? Oh. I thought we were friends. I'm highly disappointed now with Becky Starcher. Only personally, not business-wise.
I'm going to have to walk her around.
So,
I
Randall,
have to show
now
you
we
the
come to
things.
you. You've only been to one of these. What's your favorite thing at the festival, and what would be your favorite food?
Well, I think the Black Walnut Festival just really epitomizes so many other events in the state. I grew up in Pocahontas County, and we had Pioneer Days in Marlington in June, and then we also had the Force Festival in Elkins about the same time each year. And I think it just brings out the best of the community. You get out and people come together and just enjoy the fair style foods and the parades, which are just It almost seems like these style parades with the local high schools and the floats are just kind of go by the wayside in a lot of bigger communities, and you just get to see the creativeness and the community come together. So I'm a little partial to the livestock sales. I grew up with that, and the ham and bacon, and seeing those kids be able to work and invest in whether it's a beef or a ham and eggs and things of that nature, and really see their eyes light up when those things get bought. And, I think it just really teaches and instills a lot of qualities that we probably need a little bit more of today.
Yeah, so it's kind of a throwback that you got to keep. We got to keep this tradition going.
Yeah, it really does. We need more of it and across our society, and we need more Spencers throughout the world.
100%. Now, as far as the food's concerned, I'll give you a pass if you haven't had anything yet. Maybe TBD, to be determined.
Nope, I got one.
Okay, what we got?
It's a repeat, but I don't know how you can go to any fair or festival and not get the sausage and peppers.
There you go. Okay, so 2 DeRusso's and a maybe.
Yeah.
Oh, man, I tell you. Guys, it is wonderful to have you guys as a community bank here. Obviously, I know that personally I love what you guys do for me as a customer, as a business owner. I love what you guys do for me as a customer, and you guys just continue to kill it in every place that you guys have a bank. It's just a wonderful thing. Poca Valley Bank, if you don't bank there yet, you're going to eventually, I think. I tell you what, this is the premier bank to be at in Spencer. I know that. I know I'm just saying that myself, but
I think we agree.
I agree. Yeah.
I would hope. You're right. Yeah. And Poca Valley Bank,
right.
by the way, is our sponsor for the 1:30 to 2 o'clock hour, or half hour, not only on Facebook and YouTube, but all the stuff you hear on the radio, even if it's George jabbing his jaws, folks, that is sponsored until 2 o'clock by Poca Valley Bank. Folks, we're down here at the 70th Annual West Virginia Black Walnut Festival. We invite you to come down here, even on day one, and enjoy the food. The carnival will open at 6. Don't forget, tonight, the Future Raider Bowl is taking place at County Stadium, and a lot more to come in the next 4 days of the Walnut Festival. We'll send it back to the studio. We'll check in at the 2 o'clock hour from Spencer. All right, guys, great job.
Excellent. Thank you.
Yes, fantastic. Except for the fact that Becky doesn't know what she likes from the festival. Oh, my goodness.
She was overwhelmed by the choices.
That's just it. Like, we eat here Wednesday night, Thursday night, Friday night, Saturday night.
Hey, apparently we got a BWF Princess back in the day. Sean Johnson Burns. Okay. BWF Princess back in the day. Sorry we were away for a little bit, folks. We had to go take care of some business. But I do thank everybody for hanging out with us at the 70th Annual West Virginia Black Walnut Festival. And our last half hour, sponsored by Poca Valley Bank. I agree, Jamie Rothfuss. Great interview with PVB. I tell you what, I will sing the praises of that bank forever because they are a tremendous bank. Let me find out where John is. Is that you, John? Is that not you? I'm just checking the ears. Is that you, John? Is that you, John? No, I'm not getting. Listen, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, that's not you. Can you hear me?
Yes. He's in this one, I think.
Can you hear me? No. Okay, that's the one. I'm just trying to make sure I got ducks in said row. So that is John right there. This half hour of content provided on WVRC is brought to you by a very, very new organization in the county. And this is an organization that has a couple of different purposes that I'm going to let John Penna talk about. Now, John Penna is not here today as John Penna for Penna's Barbershop. He has been that before, not right now, though. John Penna is not in this for any other reason other than to be a member of the Roane County Wrestling Boosters Club. I did not say Roane County High School. I said Roane County Wrestling Boosters Club. This is a club that began out of probably John's brain, I would assume. Not just his, but plenty of different brains involved in this. But the number one goal of this organization is to raise money to help out wrestling in Roane County, meaning high school wrestling, alpha wrestling, middle school wrestling, midget league wrestling, Roane County Youth League wrestling.
Yes.
Whatever it may be when it comes to wrestling in Roane County, this boosters organization's purpose, their sole purpose, is to facilitate assistance in whatever way that may be.
Absolutely. I'll talk about the folks that are kind of behind the scenes in this, and you'll interview Antoine. I think it's going to be. I think on Friday we got a half an hour slot for Antoine. He's the president of the Boosters Club. I'm the vice president. We have his wife Sherry. She is the treasurer secretary. Rhonda Webb is also part of that. Emily and Josh Nichols are a part, as well as Quentin Keaton, Scott and Cheryl Tolley. I mean, we have a lot of folks that are in this for the same reasons. We want to promote wrestling in Roane County once again. You know, you go back to the Spencer days, very dominant teams, state champions, a ton of state champs. Even at the Roane County High School level, we have 2 Dutton Award winners in Dylan Cottrell and in Josh Fisher. Multiple state champs. We had a state champ last year, Lane Watson, at 190 pounds. So wrestling's very, very near and dear to me. And my family, my wife's uncle, William Steele, very good wrestler back in his day. So it's in our family, and we want an opportunity to give the kids the best of the best around here. You and I both did that on the Midget League football side, about 10 years ago, and you can see the fruits of what, we were able to do with the youth guys, and now they're at the high school level. They're, number 2 in the state right now, and I just thought, my kids are very interested in wrestling and very involved in wrestling, and I want to share that with everybody else, and as well as Quentin, as well as Antoine. So we decided we're going to put together this group and try to raise funds to provide anything and everything that we can to help out and build our program and build wrestling here back in Roane County.
And it's good to have like-minded individuals, and especially those with what we like to call skin in the game. Mm-hmm. You've got parents of wrestlers who are very young. You've got parents of middle school wrestlers, parents of high school wrestlers. Yep. And so at every stage, number one, we know that it takes a village and it takes money to run these things well, to run them the right way if you want to give the kids the best that they can get.
Yeah.
And so it takes constant work, constant fundraising, constant financial support to get this done. And it doesn't happen just one time for 1 year. The following year, you got to do it all over again. So to have a group of like-minded individuals who want the best for the kids of Roane County at all levels is a good thing to have. And so you all got together, said, well, why not let's create ourselves a nonprofit organization that's sole purpose is to facilitate assistance for these. And again, there's some big things that you all want to do.
Yeah.
There are some things that you want to do in the immediate. And so what you guys have been doing since you created this is just grinding, really, just been on fundraising opportunities.
Yeah, we've put a lot of time into the fundraising side of it. And the reason being is our ultimate goal is to build our own wrestling facility. And but it takes a lot of things to do that. That's our main focus right now. With the new middle school being at the high school, the middle school doesn't have an actual wrestling practice room. So it looks like we're going to probably practice in the auxiliary gym of the high school this year. The high school being, at the high school, they'll practice in the wrestling room, and then the youth program, they're going to practice after the high school finishes up, So it'd be nice for us to have a facility big enough for 2 mats. We could keep those mats down. The middle school could practice at the same time the high school does. We're kind of divided there a little bit, and then our youth program is able to use that once again. So that is our main goal. But we want to do this to, my oldest son Tyson. He's wrestling for Glenville State University right now. What he did after his sophomore year when he decided to focus on wrestling was hit a lot of camps, hit a lot of clinics. And things like that, and those things are not cheap.
You know firsthand.
I know firsthand all about it. But what it did was it helped him get to the next level that he wanted to get to, and we want to do that for our youth. So if we have a couple wrestlers that are wanting to go to the Jeff Jordan camp that's in Ohio, hopefully our boosters club is going to be able to say, here's a little bit of money to go towards that, help out mom and dad. To get those guys there. We're hosting a tournament at the end of this month. It's going to be the first, what we call our Halloween tournament. Winners get singlets. We've got a lot of cool different things. So what we're trying to do is we're trying to have this wrestling tournament every year. It's going to help us raise some funds, and then from there on we can continue to help the youth level, the midget league, or the middle school, the high school, and then have an alpha wrestling here. Quentin Keaton brought alpha wrestling around about 3 years ago, man, and once again, it helped my son Tyson so much to get to that next level and be a state placer for a couple years. You can't say enough about Alpha Wrestling. We've got kids coming in from Parkersburg that are coming here to train at Alpha. We've got kids from Ripley. We've got kids from Calhoun. Different places are coming to train at Alpha because they've seen the success that we've been able to have on and off the mat.
Yeah, the proof is in the pudding, and you see Huntington for those 3 days in either early March or late February. You see a well-represented Roane County and Calhoun County squad, and so a lot of other schools getting involved with that. We're talking with John Pinna, one of the representatives of the Roane County Wrestling Boosters Club. And before we go talk about what's happening here for this Black Walnut Festival, one of the reasons you guys are here talking is you're doing some fundraisers. I want to make this go live on the radio, too. Okay. I want people who are watching to hear it, but I want people who are listening in to hear what kind of fundraiser opportunities you guys have for them when it comes to the festival.
Yep.
And then Swolby and I are going to wrestle.
Right here on the blacktop.
What's up, Jorge?
Hey, we're here. We got about 1:20.
Sounds good, sir. Sounds good. So we had somebody tuned in on Facebook. Sean Johnson Burns says BWF Princess back in the day. I wanted to know if that was you that were a BWF Princess or if while Becky was on, they were talking about Becky Starcher. I don't know.
I'm not sure.
Drew,
Yes, sir.
that would have been back in 79 or 80.
Before I was born.
In school with me.
Becky Starcher? No, she wasn't. She was in school with me. Who?
Sean Johnson Burns.
Oh, there you go. Thank you. The late 70s. George is dating himself now.
We got 30 seconds. Going to put you down.
All righty. He's a wild one. I bet you are, because you got pumpkin ice cream. Gladly, we will take it away for you, George. Did you just say it's sub 70 degrees today? Because it feels beautiful on day one of the 70th annual West Virginia Black Walnut Festival. Just wanted to say that this half hour of coverage, both on YouTube and Facebook and TikTok, and also at the radio station, all the music you hear, all of the weather reports, anything that you have from now to 2:30 is sponsored by the Roane County Wrestling Booster Club. And John Penna, who is a well-known name on our broadcasting, well, I'm just saying on our broadcasting, he is my color analyst for Roane County Raider football. He is also the owner of Penna's Barbershop, but he comes to you from his third job, volunteerism. And that is what this guy does. He is the vice president of the Roane County Raider Boosters Club. And we're talking about what the club is, number one. Number one, it is a club that was formed recently to try to assist in all different manners, all wrestling in Roane County, be it the high school level, the middle school level, or the youth level. And what you guys are doing for the Black Walnut Festival is fundraisers to try to continue to raise money, and you guys are always thinking outside the box on this stuff. So let's hear what it is you guys are doing or selling for the Black Walnut Festival. And by the way, I heard from Will Nicely that you guys have some giveaways to do as well.
Absolutely. So Hardman's has been great to help us out. We did the grand opening. We did a hot dog sale for a fundraiser there. They contacted us and asked if we would be interested in doing that. We did. We had a great time. We raised great money for the program. So it was last week. Ryan Matheny gives me a call and says, "Hey, I got another idea for a fundraiser. Would you guys be interested in selling parking spaces at the new Hardman's building?" And I said, let me shoot a message out to the board real quick. Everybody came back and said yes. So we are going to be selling spots, and we're doing this as reserve spots as well at the new parking lot for Hardman. So it's $10 on Saturday. On Saturday only is when we're doing this.
Okay, so this is for Saturday only.
Saturday only. This is from 7 a.m. till 7 p.m. You come down, we're going to get you a parking spot. It's going to be $10. But we've had folks here a little while ago who would donate one today.
Okay.
During this, I figure we'll donate one this evening at halftime.
Okay.
While we're doing the Spencer Walton Middle School game. And then I figure on Friday, Antoine's going to be here, and he can donate the last one. So,
and we know that parking on Saturday for the Grand Parade is going to be at an absolute premium.
Yep.
So how about this? You have an opportunity to get a spot guaranteed downtown right beside where the parade is going to be happening.
Yep. So this is how it's going to work out. Antoine and Sherry will be there first thing in the morning, so I think they're going to be there about between 6 and 7 a.m. But we get your name. We have you on a list. We're going to reserve that parking space for you. So say you can't get into town till 10 o'clock. That spot's going to be reserved for you no matter what. Now, if you come in, you park, and then after the parade you leave, then your spot's gone. So you'll have to pay $10 to come back in and get in that parking spot. But yeah, it's a great way to get an early spot and a guaranteed spot. Doc Watson was the first one that said, "Hey, I want one of those spots." You know, Doc Watson is always phenomenal with anything that we ask as a community. So he was the first one to sign him up, and I have 3 of them to give away. So we'll give away one here.
Okay.
Then we'll give away one tonight at the football game. And then we'll also give one away. I believe it's on Friday when Antoine will be here to do that.
Yeah, let me double check that I didn't put this down on the wrong day. Yep. Friday at 3 o'clock.
Okay.
We will give away another one. So what will be the parameters for giving away this parking spot?
I don't know. I think a trivia question.
Okay. Trivia question. The first person to, let's see. Should we make them show up here, or should we just be able to do like first person to respond on Facebook and YouTube?
First person to respond on Facebook and YouTube.
Okay, so we'll do a giveaway now for a parking spot for Saturday morning down at the brand new Hardman's building, okay? It's the brand new Hardman's building that's down where the Save-A-Lot used to be. If you don't know where it is by now, my goodness, I shouldn't even give you a parking spot.
It's the big, beautiful red building that's in the middle of town right now.
100%.
You can see that thing from a mile away, and man, what a great job
that they did
with Hardman's. It's one of those things that I found out that they were actually going to be starting to do that, man, and I thought, man, that could be such a beautiful place, and it did not disappoint.
Did not disappoint
when you walked in.
Okay, so trivia question. Let's see. What do we got to do? Are we going to sports related? Are we going to do wrestling related?
It's got to be wrestling related.
It's got to be wrestling related. Okay, here's an easy one. I've got it right off the top of my head.
Okay.
You were discussing all of the tradition that Roane County wrestlers have had in their existence. You talked Dutton Award winners.
Yes.
You talked about state champions.
Yep.
All right? So the first person to get on Facebook and YouTube and go to our live stream, I'm looking right now at the actual comments section.
Yes.
So the first person to respond on the comments section with the right answer to this following question is going to get the first free reserved parking spot on Saturday morning. So if you're thinking about coming in for the parade, go ahead and answer this question, get you a free spot. If you got a big truck, load it up with 30 people or whatever.
Yeah.
And you get a good parking spot. And
Absolutely.
everybody can get there. Okay, so the question is, of all of the 4-time state champions in West Virginia high school history, who was the first 4-time state champion in West Virginia history? I'll give you a hint. He's a Spencer High School wrestler.
Yep, not even a Roane County guy. He is the first in the state to ever do it, so he's a Spencer High School wrestler.
The first 4-time state champion in West Virginia high school wrestling history, and he was a Spencer High School wrestler. And the first person to correctly respond on our comment section will earn yourself a free parking spot. Okay, so we're going to check that out while we send it back up to the studio. Again, this half hour of content on the station provided by the Roane County High School, or the Roane County Raider Wrestling Boosters. Going to send it back up to George Allen. We'll check in at the bottom half of the hour. And immediately, there it is. Brian Ellison, you are the winner.
Yes.
Brian Ellison is the correct answer. Matt Ashley was the first 4-time state champion in West Virginia high school history, and he was a Spencer High School wrestler. Timothy Miller, nope. Coach Bender, great wrestler, did not go to Spencer High School. He coached Spencer High School. Anthony Detweiler, you did get Matt Ashley, but...
You're a few.
And Kelly Evans, you got the answer correct as well, but Brian Ellison is the first one that we see on ours. So Brian Ellison, go ahead and write that down.
I'm going to send this to the group right now.
Okay. Is there a way you want Brian to get a hold of you guys?
So here's how we do things, okay? So we're going to have a sheet with your name on it. Antoine and Sherry will be there in that morning to go ahead and get your place reserved. You don't have to do anything besides come in and tell us who you are and say, I'm here for my parking spot. Now, I'm going to let these guys know that, Brian, you are the first one to win, so you are the winner of the first questionnaire.
Absolutely. Brian Ellison, when you come Saturday morning, go see Antoine Sherry when you pull in towards the parking lot there. Let them know your name and let them know that you were the winner of the first contest on the Facebook and YouTube. And the question of who was the first 4-time state champ in West Virginia history, that was Roane County and Spencer High School's own Matt Ashley.
Yeah, I do want to thank Will's Towing once again.
Yes.
Will came in and said, "Hey, how about I go ahead and get 3 spots, and that way you guys can hand those out." So I thought, hey, as soon as that happened, I'm going to be on the radio here in a little while. We'll do some trivia, and we'll continue to go.
How about this? Brian Ellison says, I'd like to donate it back.
Okay. So let me send this back to my group. Let's see.
Okay, so he's donating it back, so let's just give it to the next person on the list then.
Okay.
So, Brian, thank you very much. You have donated your spot to the next person who got it right, and that was Kelly Evans. Kelly, you were the second to answer Matt Ashley. So congratulations to Kelly Evans, and congratulations, number one, Brian Ellison. Thank you so much for being so generous yourself and donating that back to the cause. So Kelly Evans is the winner of the first. Yeah, I'm going to make sure that she wants it too. Hold on.
I'm going to keep sending all these messages. Wait, hold on a second. But, hey, listen, our board will be together before we get before we start setting up our area down there, so I'll make sure that I have everything right.
Yeah, let me check. Kelly Evans, if you're still out there, are you going to come use that? Are you going to come use that? That's the question. I hope she didn't turn it off already.
Like, I didn't win. I'm turning this off.
Oh, no. Oh, and she could have won. She could have won. Hey, if somebody out there knows Kelly Evans, tell her to get back on this live and let us know.
Swope, go ahead and shoot her a message. Come on. You're the tech guy.
Swoby's trying to fix this problem. Oh, her messages are turned off. Does anybody know Kelly Evans' phone number? Somebody get a hold of this lady. Oh, there she is. Yes, thank you. Okay, so she is going to take the first spot. So, Brian Ellison, thank you. Congratulations for answering it correctly. And Kelly Evans, congratulations. And you are the first winner of the free parking spot for Saturday morning down at the brand new Hardman's building, sponsored by Will's Towing and the Roane County Wrestling Boosters Club. And again, we will be giving away, those of you who are watching right now, we're going to give away another parking spot tonight during halftime of the future Raider Bowl between Spencer and Walton.
You better start researching your wrestling stuff, because this is going to be my question tonight, okay?
He's going to make it harder.
I'm going to make it a little tougher. It's going to be a dandy, so hopefully you guys out there know your high school wrestling. And this time, it'll be Roane County flavor.
Oh, okay.
Instead of Spencer flavor. So
that'll be good stuff.
Yep.
So, yeah, we've got, again, the Roane County Raider Wrestling Booster Club is doing big things. We already saw that you guys had done a Wendy's night, which was fun.
Yeah.
You guys also have keychains. Do you still have keychains for sale?
Still have keychains available. We'll have those available on Saturday. We've tell you what, man, those things sold pretty quickly. The night that we did the Wendy's, the family night, those things sold very quick. So I think we probably have 50 of them left right now.
Tell you what, I'm going to give it mine to Swoby so he can show you guys exactly what we're talking about. I bought mine and put it on my keychain immediately.
Yes, listen, a lot of
he's got one
He's got one too.
So we've got these Raider keychains. They are sweet, and they're, again, produced locally by A&M Digital Technologies, our good buddy Joe McDonald, doing the printing for those, the 3D printing, and those are really nice.
The cool thing is, you know, we get to spend Friday nights with Joe, and last year he and I were on our way back from Oak Glen because you guys were gambling all your money away.
What? No, we weren't.
Anyways.
I had the gout that day.
That's true. You had the gout, and you were gambling. Anyways, Joe and I were just bouncing ideas off each other. Joe had kind of just started with the 3D printer, and man, he's come up with some unbelievably good, awesome ideas. And the keychains was a great thing. They're going to be exclusively just for the wrestling team. So we've got a couple other things that we're working on as well. We're doing this open tournament at the end of the month. Well, our medals, Joe is actually doing our medals. So if you place first in this tournament, you win a singlet. So it's a Halloween themed Halloween themed tournament. So it's a zombie themed singlet.
Nice.
If you take second place, you get a zombie head on your chain. If you take third place, you get a skull on your chain, and if you end up finishing fourth, you get a mean-looking jack-o'-lantern for your next one. So we want to make it kind of unique for a lot of folks that are coming in to hopefully wrestle at the end of this month here at Roane County High School.
Hey, one thing we found about Joe McDonald, we're bound only by our imagination when it comes to Joe.
I've got a big one too, so
yeah, he's got an imagination a mile wide, and that's why we're in the situation we are. It's good.
Yeah.
Well, I tell you what, we are just about done here for the half hour. John, anything else you want to say before you do 7 other things?
Yeah. So I'm going to go home, put together my new big boy recliner that my
It came
wife,
today?
It came today.
It wasn't supposed to be here till Friday.
Yeah, it's early, so I'm going to go home, do that, get my kid taped up for the football game tonight. We're going to broadcast the game, give out another ticket, and then probably after the game, I'm going to have a little fire in my fire pit because it seems like it's going to be a good night for that. So.
It is perfect weather.
Yep. So, hey, listen, everybody out there that supports Roane County Wrestling, that's from the top to the bottom. We appreciate every bit of it. We love what we do. We're really focused on building a very, very good program in the state of West Virginia. We're not going to settle until we're producing multiple state champs and hopefully some state championship teams as well.
I love it. That is John Penna with the Roane County Raider Boosters Club. And again, they are going to be selling the day of on Saturday morning. They are selling spots for parking down at the Hardman's building, the brand new Hardman's building. And they've got a couple more to give away now, care of Will's Towing. And we're going to do one more giveaway tonight at halftime of the Future Raider Bowl. So make sure you're tuning in for your chance to win a spot at the Hardman's parking lot for Saturday morning. Parking will be at a premium, so if you have a chance to win, make sure you tune in for that. John, thank you very much, buddy.
Thank you.
We'll see you in about 4 hours.
Yep.
Or wait, no. 3 hours.
Yep.
Yeah. We're going to stay live here, folks, for the next hour and a half. So we've got another hour and a half to fill. We don't have any more sponsors for the rest of this one, so you're going to get to hear me blab a lot, I tell you that. But we're going to go through.
John Penna from Penna's Barbershop. What's going on? I'm just joking.
Oh, man. What we are going to do is I'll go through tomorrow and Friday. I'll try to make a long run through the entirety of the 5 days of this. And, again, there's just a few more things going on today. Obviously, the food vendors are open right now. They'll be open until 9 p.m. tonight. They got a mad lunch rush. And I imagine they're going to get rushed again come 4 or 5 o'clock. So now would be a great time if you are wanting to get that first trip down to the food vendors. Now would be a perfect time to get in on that opportunity because the lines are not extremely long. And again, once we are done here, we're going to transition all of our equipment up to County Stadium, and we will be covering the Future Raider Bowl live on the radio and live on YouTube and Facebook. If you're wanting to go to the carnival tonight, it opens tonight at 6 o'clock. It is just the evening session tonight, 6 to 10. And if you're looking for passes, you can do a prepaid pass right now. Just go to the city building, and they are selling prepaid passes for $18. And those can be used, by the way, for any of the sessions. You don't have to use those tonight. If you want to just go ahead in and get your pass, that is fine as well. Those are the main things happening for today. Let's look at what is on tap for tomorrow. Thursday morning, of course, the Armory lawn is going to be where the flea market vendors are going to be setting up from 7 to 9 a.m., and then it will open at 9 o'clock. It'll be open from 9 to 7 p.m. also at Heritage Park. The Quilt and Flower Show open from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. The Ag 4-H and FFA exhibits are open at the Spencer Middle School building from 9 to 6, as well as the Art and Photography Show entries. Those are going to be open as well. The Craft Show begins at 9 o'clock, open to 9 to 7 at the Armory. The Flea Market again open as well. Also at the Armory, the David Davis one-room school pictures are available at the Armory. 9:30 a.m. to 10:30 a.m. at Backwood Ramblings. That is where you can drop off your entries for the Black Walnut Bake-Off. And again, that is, I believe, candy, cakes and cookies and bread. There are 3 different categories that you can enter in for that. The Black Walnut Sweepstakes judging takes place tomorrow at 10 a.m. That's, again, at the old Spencer Middle School building. They're going to open up the information booth. That is right beside of us to the left at the Courthouse Square at 10 a.m. They'll be open 10 to 6. That is where you can get information, but you can also get official Black Walnut Festival merchandise, including the collectible coffee mugs from the Fiesta Ware. Also, 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. tomorrow, the Chainsaw Artist Mason Dixon boys are at the Armory. The 4-H FFA Livestock Show is taking place tomorrow at 11 a.m. out at the Lick Fork Barn. The Livestock Barn at Roane County High School. The food court, again, opens tomorrow from 11 a.m. to 9 p.m. The Black Walnut Bake-Off results will be listed at Backwood Ramblings at 1 p.m. 1, 3, and 5 p.m. tomorrow, Grandpa Cratchit at the Courthouse Square. 3 separate shows for the kids. The one-room schoolhouse tours down at Heritage Park, those are open from 1 p.m. to 4 p.m. The carnival will be open twice tomorrow. The afternoon session, 1 p.m. to 5 p.m., and then again in the evening, 6 p.m. to close. And again, one thing that Cicchetti family is doing this year, which is really neat, if you buy a wristband for the afternoon sessions on Thursday, Friday, or Saturday, and you have any ideas that you might want to come back in the evening, leave your wristbands on. Do not cut them off. Leave them on, and then when you show up for the evening session, show that wristband to them, and you'll get a wristband for only $10 for the evening session. They are trying to help out the families, give them a little bit of a financial break. That's a huge, huge deal, and we want to thank the Cicchetti Family Amusements for doing that for us here in Roane County. At 6 p.m. tomorrow night on the main stage, it will be the Queen's Coronation for Miss Black Walnut Festival, followed by the Captured Band, the Journey Tribute Band, taking the stage at 7 p.m., and they'll be working the music until 9 p.m. at night. So Friday, October 11th, 7 a.m. to 10 a.m., the pancake breakfast is happening, and that will take place just right by the information booth that is to the left of us, and that is the Tour Italy group at Roane County High School that has taken that over. So they'll be slinging some hot cakes and some sausage and some coffee. That'll be 7 a.m. to 10 a.m. on Friday and, of course, on Saturday. 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. once again at Spencer Middle School's old building, the art photography show. Entries are available. The Ag 4-H and FFA exhibits are available. Again, down at Heritage Park, the Quilt and Flower Show is going on Friday as well. The Craft Show opens up at the Armory from 9 to 7. The Dave Davis one-room school pictures again at the Armory, 9 to 7. The Flea Market taking place again at the Armory Lawn, 9 to 7 on Friday. 10 a.m. to noon, the one-room schoolhouse tours down at Heritage Park. They will close at noon for the Kids' Day Parade. They'll reopen for tours from 1 p.m. to 4 p.m., and that's the Roane County Retired Teachers Association that runs that event. On top of that, at 10 a.m., the Train Depot Museum down at Heritage Park will be open for tours. How about this? We've got it listed. I don't know if it's here or not. I saw something rolling in. We know that the Mechanical Bull is supposed to be here, and not only that, it's supposed to be set up right in front of where our camera is looking right now. So if the Mechanical Bull is here from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. Friday, you're going to see some really fun things happen right in front of us. Also, the Mountain Monsters Men from the TV show will be live 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. at the Courthouse Square. So if you're a fan of that show, come down and talk to those two guys. 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. again on Friday, the Chainsaw Artist Mason Dixon boys at the Armory. The information booth open again on Friday, 10 to 6. The petting zoo is here for the first time. How about that? The petting zoo, and what is the petting zoo, you may ask? Let me find it real quick so I make sure I don't mess this up. It's called the Mountaineer Safari, and it is located in the Heritage Park lawn Friday and Saturday, 10 to 6. And so it's a free event to enter, but if you want to feed the animals, you're going to have to pay for something at the tent to feed the animals. So you got to pay for the food to feed them. Then you can get in for free to the actual event. So much fun to have a petting zoo here. And that'll be starting on Friday. It'll be Friday and Saturday. At 10:30 a.m. at the Walmart parking lot, that is where the Kids' Day Parade lineup will be. At 11 a.m., the 4-H FFA Showmanship Contest will take place, once again out at the Roane County High School barn on Lick Fork. The food court opens 11 a.m. to 9 p.m. on Friday once again. At noon, high noon, the Kids' Day Parade on Friday will take place. Assuming our Wi-Fi works very well, we will transition out to Main Street, and we will try to cover that event live on our Facebook, YouTube, and TikTok streams. From 1 p.m. to 5 p.m. on Friday, go down to the community building. They are selling the ox roast sandwiches, so get your first order in for that. Again, on Friday, 1, 3, and 5 p.m., the Grandpa Cratchit Show will take place at the parking plaza. At the Carnival Parking Plaza. I apologize. And then 4:30 to 6:30, and then 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. on Friday, you've got live music, and let's talk about that. The live music acts that are showing up on Friday at 7:30 p.m. is going to be Hunter Girl, and then John Morgan will take the stage at 8:30 p.m. Those are the two for Friday that will be on the stage. 7 p.m. there's going to be the Gospel Sing, and that is at Faith Baptist Church. Of course, David and Sheila Bowen will be there, as well as Michael Combs. He is very famous, and that is cool to have him as well. We transition to Saturday, October 12th. Again, bright and early at 7 a.m., the pancake breakfast will take place on Church Street at the food tent. That, again, is sponsored by Tour Italy Group of Roane County High School. 9 a.m., bright and early, the Grand Parade lineup is getting set to go at Handy Mart on Saturday. Again, from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. on Saturday, the Quilt and Flower Show open to view at Heritage Park, the Art and Photography Show entries, and the Ag 4-H FFA exhibits at the Old Spencer Middle School building. 9 a.m. to 7 p.m., the Craft Show at the Armory, the David Davis one-room school pictures at the Armory, and the Flea Market at the Armory Lawn, all taking place from 9 a.m. to noon on Saturday. The community building, the ox roast sandwiches will continue to be for sale, and they are going to take the ox roast sandwiches down the bypass all the way to the parade lineup, and they're going to sell those remotely as well. From 10 a.m. to noon, and then 2 p.m. to 4 p.m., the one-room schoolhouse tours are available again at the Heritage Park. Again, the Mechanical Bull will be knocking people off. The Mountain Monsters men will be giving out information as well. And speaking of that, information booth will be open from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. on Saturday as well. 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. down at the Armory, the Chainsaw Artist Mason-Dixon boys will be again active. The Petting Zoo will be open once again at Heritage Park on Saturday. 11 a.m. to 5 p.m. is session 1 for the Carnival on Saturday. And then again, 6 p.m. to close. Excuse me. And then, of course, the food court is open on Saturday from 11 a.m. to 9 p.m. At noon, it is the Grand Parade. That takes place at noon. We will be transitioning once again out to Main Street, and we'll try to cover that live on YouTube, Facebook, and our TikTok channels. For the third day, 1 p.m., 3 p.m., and 5 p.m., Grandpa Cratchit Show will take place, so 3 separate sessions of that. 2 p.m. to 5 p.m. on Saturday, the Train Depot Museum is open for tours. 2 p.m. to 9 p.m., live music at the Courthouse Square, and let's talk about that. The Saturday lineup at 2 p.m. will be Rewind the Walkman. At 4:30 p.m., Dalcord will take the main stage, and it will end up on the night session with the band Duquesne. So those are the lineups for Saturday for the music. At 3:30 p.m., the band and majorette competition gets started out at County Stadium at Roane County High School. And then at 6:30 p.m., also out at Roane County High School, down at the FFA barn, you'll have the 4-H and FFA livestock sale. So a full day of events on Saturday. Then we transition into Sunday, the final day of the 70th Annual West Virginia Black Walnut Festival. From 11 a.m. to 4 p.m., the Craft Show and the David Davis one-room school pictures, both at the Armory. The Flea Market, once again, open on the Armory lawn. At 9 a.m., you'll have registration for the 5K Nut Run and Walk. That's at Heritage Park. At 10 a.m. is when the actual race gets started. At 11 a.m. at the Walmart parking lot, the car show registration will take place. That is sponsored by Jack Garrett Ford once again this year. At noon on Sunday, your last chance to get the festival food court. So they will be serving up food from noon until close. At 12 to 1, the quilt show entries will be picked up at Heritage Park. The car show will be taking place officially from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. Once again, the carnival will be open on Sunday from 11 a.m. to 4 p.m. And again, they're doing a special on Sunday, buy one, get one. So if you buy one wristband, you get the second one for free, a total cost of $25, a very good value of $12.50 per. The gospel music in front of the courthouse will take place on Sunday afternoon from 1 p.m. to 5 p.m., and then the pickups available for the Ag 4-H FFA exhibits, the art show, and photo show entries can also be picked up at the old Spencer Middle School building from 4 p.m. to 6 p.m. And again, that is a full day, a full 5 days of action here at the 70th Annual West Virginia Black Walnut Festival. Let me see if I've missed anything. Okay, 4-time champs, yeah. Yep. So, we did get a winner for that event, but Norma Craig said 4-time champs. So Matt Ashley was the first ever. Yep, Rich Greathouse, Todd Kendall, Dylan Cottrell, Josh Fisher, also a 4-time state champion for Roane County. So the Raiders and the Yellow Jackets well represented on that list of 4-time state champs in all of history. Hang tight, folks. We're going to move our equipment back so they don't get burned up, and then I'll call the station. We'll go live on the radio once again. We'll just keep moving her on back. Oh, shoot. I better put this up here. Skirt. Nice. This ought to last us for a few minutes. We only need it for a few more.
What time are you going off the air?
4.
I don't know if we'll make it. 4.
What's that?
I don't think we'll make it in the shade.
That's all right. Okay. Move down a little further now. I'm running out of space now. Oh, yeah. Oh. Okay. My throat's running out of voice. Pretty amazing, the interaction just on Wednesday, dude. I'm not expecting this.
Yeah. People love the walking video.
Yeah, dude, we'll do that again tomorrow for sure.
Yeah.
All right, get ready to go live on the station.
Keith Urban messed up and me right here. Mountain Country 104.7 is his 250 and 6
down here and get your favorite. I know Gill's Pit Beef is on your mind, and they are right in front of us. So we are making sure that they save at least one sandwich for you. There's a lot of food open and ready to go. They started serving food today at 11 o'clock. So many things getting ready to get started. Again, this is kind of the soft opening to the festival on this Wednesday. A few things are happening, though. The food court is open. They are preparing to open the carnival this evening. The carnival will be open for one session this evening from 6 p.m. to 10 p.m. If you're looking for passes, you can go ahead to the city building right behind us. At the corner of Court Street and Church Street. You can go in there and get prepaid passes. Whether you want to use it for tonight, that's fine, but the passes are good for any of the sessions that they have. And, of course, they're being wonderfully gracious to us, the Cicchetti family, the amusements that they brought. They are doing big things for us here at the festival. So one thing they're doing is if you purchase an afternoon session wristband, let's say tomorrow or Thursday or Friday or Saturday, if you go ahead and get that purchased, keep that wristband on just in case you might want to come back in the nighttime session, and you come back to the nighttime session and you still have your wristband on from that day, they'll sell you another pass for that evening for only $10. So you get a big discount if you're planning on doing that. But you have to make sure that you keep your wristband on from the afternoon session and keep it intact. You can't just show up with one that had been cut off, because people do that all the time, and you just pick one up, and it doesn't work that way. So you have to have the wristband still on and still intact as well. But that's happening. Of course, we are going to break away early this evening as we are going to head out and set up for the Future Raider Bowl. Every year at the Black Walnut Festival on Wednesday, it is Walton versus Spencer in middle school football. We call it the Future Raider Bowl because all those players are going to be in maroon and charcoal in the years to come. Tomorrow things are really getting going, though. Tomorrow is when the information booth is open, all the crafts, all the exhibits at the Armory, at Spencer Middle School, at Heritage Park. All of those things are open tomorrow and will be open tomorrow, Friday, Saturday, and some of those will be open on Sunday as well. Two big things to talk about. The music begins tomorrow evening after the Queen's coronation at 6 p.m. on the main stage. The band Captured, which is a Journey tribute band, will be on stage from 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. That gets the live music started, and it will continue into Friday with a couple of bands on stage, and then into Saturday evening as well, music throughout. Friday evening, don't forget about the Black Walnut Festival Gospel Sing. That will take place at Faith Baptist Church out on Arnoldsburg Road as well. Again, the food court open throughout the festival for everybody. The carnival opens tomorrow twice, 1 to 5 and then 6 to 10. They'll do the same thing on Saturday. Then they'll be open noon to close on Sunday, and they do have specials on Sunday as well. So if you're wanting to come one last time to the carnival on Sunday, it's buy one, get one. So if you buy one wristband, you get the second one for free. So an opportunity for families to get a little discount as well on that. A few things that are here this year that we haven't had in the past, food related at least. The ox roast is back, and they are going to be selling ox roast sandwiches on Friday from 1 p.m. to 5 p.m. at the Heritage Park Community Building, and then once again on Saturday morning before the Grand Parade from 9 a.m. to noon. They'll sell them down at the Heritage Park Building, and they are going to take some mobile down the bypass as people are setting up to watch the Grand Parade. They'll be selling ox roast sandwiches there as well. On Friday and Saturday morning, 7 a.m. to 10 p.m., the Tour Italy group from Roane County High School has taken over the pancake breakfast, so they will be selling those from 7 a.m. to 10 p.m. on Friday and Saturday morning. Again, the Grandpa Cratchit shows will be active on Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, all at 1, 3, and 5 p.m. As well. What else is going on here at the festival? Of course, the Mountain Men will be here. So they'll be here on Friday and Saturday to talk with the general public. Just so many things going on here at the 70th Annual West Virginia Black Walnut Festival. We are staying live again for one more hour here on Facebook and YouTube. If anybody out there has any questions about what is happening, where it is happening, or when it is happening, you can get a hold of us on our YouTube, Facebook, and TikTok streams, and we'll get the questions that you have answered as quickly as possible. In the meantime, we're going to send it back up to the studio and check in with George at the bottom half of the hour. Well, ladies and gentlemen, one example that I wanted to give is what you're looking at right now. One thing that happens that people don't see is troubleshooting when something goes wrong, any electrical issues, any wiring issues. The city workers are on it. They all have walkie-talkies, two ways, and they all get a hold of each other. If something goes down, we had a food vendor, come over and ask an orange-shirted individual, say, "Hey, having trouble with my electricity?" And that happened, by the way, 5 minutes ago. And right away, here is the bucket truck, and Rob Miller and his crew are going to try to be troubleshooting whatever issue may arise. In this one, it is a little bit of an electricity issue. And that's just what they do here. They continue to make sure that everything that always works continues to work, and nobody sees it. They're all behind the scenes. All those bright orange high-vis shirts, those are the city workers who are tireless in their efforts to keep everything running. And if something does go down, it only goes down for a short amount of time. So they're going to be troubleshooting whatever issue is with the electricity, and they'll get right back to doing the next thing that they have to do throughout this 5-day event. While everybody else is enjoying themselves, these people are working tirelessly to try to make things happen. So once again, if you are downtown over the next 4 days, and you see anybody in an orange high-vis shirt, go ahead and thank them. You don't know what they have done to get this thing looking like it does, get it running like it does. And again, once everything's done and everybody else goes home, guess who has to clean up everything? That is the city workers. And so Rob Miller and his crew continuously outshine everybody else when it comes to this. And so I just wanted to jump on real quick and say thank you myself to the City of Spencer Works crew, as they do so much for not only the festival, but for the City of Spencer, day in, day out, week in, week out, month in, month out, year in and year out. We're going to come back here in just a few minutes, folks. We'll check in live on the radio a couple more times, and then we'll shut her down for the first day of the Walnut Festival. Well, it's always amazing to me that when we are on a break and I'm watching the live stream, I still see viewers. It's always fun to see people just hanging around waiting to see when we are going to go back live to talking about this 70th annual West Virginia Black Walnut Festival. I apologize for the extended break, but I had to go get myself a waffle cone of pumpkin ice cream. And if you're out there watching and you agree with that decision, yeah, go ahead and let us know you're happy about that too, because pumpkin ice cream is the way to go. Now, I know that is the Black Walnut Festival, and I know that Husky's Ice Cream does offer black walnut ice cream, but I just can't get over the pumpkin ice cream. I just cannot get away from the pumpkin ice cream. It is the way to go. So, again, we are just here for an information opportunity, honestly, folks. So today is day one of the festival. We have been going through the events that take place today. We went through all the events from today and tomorrow, and then most recently we went through the events that take place from today all the way through the end of the festival on Sunday afternoon. So if you have any questions for us that you need answered, if you want to know what an event or what event is taking place, when it's taking place, where it's taking place, what days, we can get you that information relatively quickly. I've got all the info pulled up on my computer screen right now. Otherwise, there's a few things going on this evening. Obviously, once again, if you're interested in bringing the family down for the carnival, that is 6 p.m. to 10 p.m. this evening, you can go ahead and get prepaid passes over at the City Building right behind us. They are selling the passes for the amusements right now for $18 per pass. The food court is open, and they will be open until 9 p.m. tonight. The Future Raider Bowl, the middle school bowl between Spencer and Walton, is taking place tonight at County Stadium at 6:30 p.m. We will be on the air with pregame coverage at 6 o'clock, covering all of that action. And then things really get ramped up bright and early tomorrow morning, where a lot of the events are going to be starting to take place. There are some events still and some vendors who have not made it yet. They will be setting up tomorrow and throughout the afternoon and into the next day, and then it'll be full-fledged, full go Friday. The Walnut Festival is going to be going full go for the 70th annual. One thing to mention to you all, again, the Roane County Wrestling Booster Club is going to be selling parking passes on Saturday morning for the Grand Parade. Bright and early, they're going to be selling parking passes down at the brand new Hardman's building. The parking lot down there that houses so many options. They are going to be selling those first come, first serve. For $10. They also have taken a few pre-orders, so there are some pre-orders that are in, and also Will's Towing has been so generous, again, as they are every single year, to offer 3 spots for giveaway. We already gave away 1 spot to Kelly Evans. She won the first spot on a trivia question that we had live on the air. We're going to give away another option or another parking spot, pre-requested spot from Will's Towing tonight during the broadcast of the Future Raider Bowl at halftime. So make sure you tune in to the Future Raider Bowl, and at halftime we're going to do another wrestling trivia question, and we will take the first person to correctly answer that on the live stream. They'll win a preserved parking spot for Saturday morning down at the Hardman's location. And so, again, we know that parking is an absolute premium on Saturday morning. So here's an opportunity. If you watch, you have a chance to win a free reserved spot for parking down at Hardman's for the Saturday morning session. Other than that, we are just here, and we are available if anybody has any questions about the events that are going to be taking place over the next 5 days of the 70th Annual West Virginia Black Walnut Festival. Do not hesitate to mention. Okay, so here's one. Teresa McCroskey, Starter, did you find the apples and fudge? Okay, yes, we didn't find them because they're not here yet. They will be here tomorrow, correct? Okay, yeah. So tomorrow, the apples, the caramel-dipped apples and the fudge should be at the food court area, somewhere around there. It's at Courthouse Square, so we're assuming close to where the rest of the food is. So, yeah, those will be, we assume, here tomorrow. So, yeah, they are going to be on their way. They're en route. How about that? If you have any other questions, folks, send us a real quick comment, and we'll get the information to you. We're going to go live on the radio in about 10 minutes, and we're going to check in one more time. We'll stay live for just a few after that before we shut her down here for the afternoon and head out to County Stadium for the future Raider Bowl. Stick with us, folks. We'll be right back. Okay, we got a couple questions out there. Number one, I can answer that very quickly. Katie Rhodes, yes, Pat is eating a sausage, a DeRusso sausage. He thought he was out of camera view, but no, just a slight bit he is in.
Wow. Why is she watching you while she's
Okay, so let me go to the carnival real quick here. So the carnival costs on Saturday. So we're doing pre-sale tickets right now. So for any of the sessions right now, if you wanted to come down, if you thought you might be coming in on Saturday for the carnival, right now the city of Spencer is selling pre-selling tickets for armbands, $18 a piece. Those are at the city building, and I assume they're going to be selling those again tomorrow. And you can purchase that by cash, check, or money order made to the West Virginia Black Walnut Festival. The pre-sale tickets could get you an armband for the afternoon or evening session on your day of choice. Okay? Also, if you purchase an armband on Thursday, Friday, or Saturday afternoon, you can show that armband to the ticket booth and purchase an evening armband for $10. So you got to keep the armband intact. You can't just take one that somebody cut off and threw away and take it out of the trash. You got to have that armband that's on your wrist from the afternoon session. If you want to come back for the evening session, again, that's Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, you'll get one for $10 in the second one. So that's giving you a little bit of money off. So other than that, it's just regular sales on Saturday. So cost at the booth, I believe, is $20 at the booth. So if you want to pre-buy, you can go ahead and do that for $18 per. But otherwise, it is at the booth, I think, $20 for the Saturday session. I will double-check that with you, though, to make sure that I'm not incorrect. If I can find the other post that I have on that. Give me a second here. Crash of food vendors. The pageant. Parade, sweepstakes, flower quilt show. I am trying to double check that, but I do believe that is the cost. Oh, Carnival. Okay, so here we go. So here is the actual carnival times and prices for you on Saturday, Brian. From 1 p.m. to 6 p.m., it is $20 for a wristband. On the evening session, 6 p.m. to close, it's $25 per wristband. You can also get 20 tickets for $25, or each individual ticket is $1.50. But again, if Saturday you decide to go to the morning session at $20 for a wristband and you leave that wristband on, you come back in the evening, then it's only $10. So if you just come for Saturday for one session, if it's the afternoon session 1 to 6 p.m., it'll cost you $20 for a wristband. And then if you come only for the evening session on Saturday from 6 p.m. to close, it's $25 for a wristband. Again, you can also just get 20 tickets for $25 or one ticket for $1.50 each. I hope that answers the question. Yeah, Miranda, he did act like that was going to happen. Kathy, he did not eat that in one bite. He was very, very deliberate about that. He was enjoying it, and then he walked out of the view once people started to call him out on it. So, yes, there he is. He's back again. They're very interested in how you ate that sausage, whether you hosed it in one bite or if you were deliberate. I said he was very deliberate with it.
Deliberate, and I still want to know what Katie's doing. She's at work. What is this?
Katie, he wants to know, what are you doing watching this? You're at work. You should be working. Okay, thanks, Brian. Just want to make sure you got that information. Anybody else that has any questions for us, we do have the information for you about any of the events, when they're taking place, where they're taking place, what days, what times, all of that. We've got that info for you guys. Well, thank you very much, George. One last time here today. We are on the radio side of things. Obviously, the fact that we are going to be heading out in just a few minutes does not mean that the festival closes down today. It is going to continue as we head out to the high school and the county stadium. WVRC will be covering live on our YouTube channel, our Facebook channel, TikTok, and, of course, on our live audio at WVRC 104.7 FM and streaming audio on WVRCFM.com. But while we are out there running that show, things will continue here in downtown Spencer on day one of the festival. The weather could not have cooperated any better. If you go look at the 5-day forecast for this festival this year, there is not a day it is going to be above 75. It's going to be sunny. It's going to be breezy. There is not going to be a bunch of humidity. It's not going to be too cold, too hot. It is going to be perfect weather for this 5-day festival, and it couldn't have come at a better time. The 70th annual Black Walnut Festival. I talked to many of the event organizers over the last couple of months, and they said that they wanted a blowout event this year for the 70th. They wanted to make it big as it could be, and so they brought all the big guns in here for this 5-day event, and things are going to get started hard and very, very heavy tomorrow with the Thursday going on. But again, today there are plenty of things happening today. I know that everybody was excited about the food court getting open, and they wanted to know. A lot of people are asking us, number one, who are the food vendors that are here? So I'll run through a list of the food vendors that are here. Here are the favorites that have been here for many years. The funnel cakes, the Pennsylvania Dutch funnel cakes, right in their normal position on Main Street. They are right in front. Right beside that, ton of taters. That is right there as well. And then some other favorites that are here. Once again, DeRusso's Italian sausage is here again. Husky's ice cream is here again. Gill's Pit beef is back again. And then a couple of 2-year and 3-year returning food vendors. Getting piggy with it, 304. That donut place back for their second year. The Bayou Classic truck is back for their second year. Of course, the Angus Philly, the Gyros, and the Angus Tails back for year number 3. The hot dogs and corn dogs stand a long-time tradition here, as is the pizza slices and the meatball subs and calzones as well. And, of course, after a hiatus of a couple of years, the Chinese food truck is back. Saigon Pearl, the Chinese food truck, same family. Although he is no longer with us, he has given up the reins to his family, and they have continued the wonderful tradition of the Chinese food truck is back with us. Okay, so we got a couple of new food trucks here. One of them is a Roane County staple in JoJo's Tacos. Jo Ellen Greenlee with her taco truck is here this year as well. Of course, the Bloomin' Onion is here as well. A new vendor this year is Hinodi Hibachi. They have hibachi food, and on top of that, guess what? They are serving sushi. I am not kidding you. We already had a couple of rolls of sushi, and it is tremendous. So you can get sushi here at the Black Walnut Festival. Crazy as that may sound. Also, Turnaround Quick Bites is here. We did get confirmation that Ruth's Big Apples, the hand-dipped apples, and the Gibson's Goodies fudge will be here tomorrow. So they are not here today, but they will be here tomorrow. We also had a very important question about the wristbands and the carnival ticket prices. So I wanted to go through the carnival ticket prices with you as well. And again, folks, you can find all of this information on the Black Walnut Festival website and the Facebook page for the West Virginia Black Walnut Festival. So ticket prices are as followed for the Black Walnut Festival Carnival. Today, at the 6 p.m. to 10 p.m., it is $15 for a wristband. You can get 20 tickets for $25, a ticket for $1.50. On Thursday and Friday, the 10th and the 11th, the 1 p.m. to 5 p.m. is $20 a wristband, and it is 6 p.m. to close, also $20 a wristband. But again, think about this. If you have a wristband from the afternoon session on Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, and you keep that wristband on, let's say you want to come back again to the evening evening session. Show that wristband, and they will sell you a ticket for the evening session for only $10. That is how cool that the Cicchetti Family Amusements has been to try to help out families around here. On Thursday and Friday, by the way, $20 or 20 tickets sold for $25 or a ticket for $1.50. On Saturday, the 1 p.m. to 6 p.m. afternoon session for the carnival, $20 per wristband, and then the 6 p.m. to close on Saturday, $25 per wristband. But again, you can get that $10 wristband if you have the morning session wristband on your wrist as well. Also, you can buy 20 tickets for $25 or a ticket for $1.50. And then another special on Sunday for the carnival from 1 p.m. to close is the only session on Sunday, and they're offering a buy one, get one wristband for $25. So if you buy one wristband, you get the second for free, and that's $25 total for that. Or you could continue to buy 20 tickets for $25 or one ticket for $1.50. The other thing that people wanted to know is the music lineup, and we're going to go through that real quick. On Thursday evening, right on the main stage after the Queen's coronation at 7 p.m., Captured, the Ultimate Journey Tribute Band, will be live on stage from 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. On Friday, Hunter Girl will be the first act at 7 p.m., and that will be followed by John Morgan at 8:30. On Saturday, the music gets started with Rewind the Walkman at 2 p.m. following the Grand Parade, and then it will be Dalcord at 4:30 p.m., and things will rotate out with Duquesne at 7 p.m. So those are a few things that people wanted to know. Also, again, the Kids Parade on Friday and the Grand Parade on Saturday are both at noon. The lineup for the Kids' Day Parade on Friday, if you have an entry, is at 10:30 a.m. at the Walmart parking lot, and they're going to start lining up the Grand Parade acts down at Handy Mart at 9 a.m. on Saturday. We are going to be live for just a few more minutes on YouTube and Facebook, but again, we'll be back tomorrow morning bright and early. If you have any questions, just shoot us a comment on the live streams on YouTube, Facebook, or TikTok. We will get the information to you as quickly as you need for what is happening, when it's happening, and where it's happening here at the 70th Annual West Virginia Black Walnut Festival. That'll do it for us here on the radio side tonight. Join us again tomorrow morning, bright and early at 7 a.m. Back to you, George. Yeah, found it. All right, ladies and gentlemen who are watching us on YouTube, Facebook, and TikTok, that is going to do it for us here today. We are going to close up shop here. We're going to reset. We'll head out to County Stadium. Don't forget to watch the Future Raider Bowl between Spencer Middle School and Walton Middle School tonight. Our pregame coverage will begin at about 6 p.m., and the kickoff is set for 6:30 p.m. And again, we are going to be giving away another reserved parking spot for Saturday morning down at Hardman's. The Roane County Raider Booster Club, the Wrestling Booster Club, is going to give away another one of those. It'll be a trivia question at halftime of our live stream of the Future Raider Bowl. You'll have to answer the question live on the stream as well. And the first person to correctly answer whatever the trivia question will be can win a reserved spot for parking down at Hardman's for Saturday morning. We'll be back at it bright and early tomorrow morning, so if you have any questions we didn't get to today, don't forget you can join us first thing in the morning. We'll have more sponsors for the day's events here at the festival, and we will be able to get the questions out to you as quickly as humanly possible. I want to thank everybody for tuning in throughout the morning and into the evening here on day one. Got to thank my buddy Swolby, who's been with me from start to finish here on day number one. We'll be back tomorrow morning bright and early from downtown Spencer, West Virginia. Until then,